saying?
No, start on 0. But
right.
You get to 0 and then you forget to start for 10 seconds.
Right, okay.
It's funny, I like it.
Sorry.
Now, all you have to do now, your only jobs now, Instagram.
Yeah.
You've obviously got to teach all the classes, you have to go on your left and right and stuff.
Yeah.
Looking at some new mats today, and they've got like positions, they're really funky, they're going to have like a rise in the middle, like rubberized ones. So they get,
Oh, nice.
Put your feet and they've got like a line down the middle so you can check it.
Oh, yeah, that's great, yeah. Yeah, my mat's got a line down the middle, and it is really, really helpful,
Yeah,
so.
I'm going to check if anyone else needs admitting. Right, should we go live on Instagram now so we don't forget?
Yeah, let's do it. Woo. Oh no, I've just taken a photo. Don't take a photo. Go live.
We've probably seen that on Instagram now. It's Ashton.
Just me looking confused. Right, we are live on Instagram. Will do. Cheers. Ta-ta. Enjoy. Bye.
Nothing else is acceptable. 100%.
Okay, you'll get 101, I promise.
Nice. Ashton, can you just talk to me for a moment about...
Yeah, 1, 2. Where's the countdown?
Oh, is it not there?
No, I can't see it at the moment. So.
Okay, I'll put it on. And then just do some talking about the summer party or something, and then...
Oh yeah. What's the date again? Summer solstice party.
20th of June.
On the 20th of June at Crooks Community Farm at Chris and Jen's pimp allotment. And there's going to be a yurt and hugging and a trampoline and massages as well. All right, okay, cool. I still can't see the countdown, but
I'm going to do that for you now.
Thanks.
Now you can see. You can see it down at the bottom. 16 seconds, 15 seconds.
I think it's switched off.
9, don't worry about it. 8.
Sorry.
7.
There we go. 2. All right. Hey, Risers. How are you doing? It's Ashton here. Hope you've had a good day so far. Thanks for joining me for Pilates today. So I'm going to be doing Pilates 8 today. Okay. Yeah, it's one that I really like because we do a lot of work on all fours in bear and panther, and I always like to do stuff on all fours. Okay, so if you're having trouble at all sort of with watching this, you can also head over to rise.uk.co.uk/online if you're having trouble watching it on Facebook or YouTube. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start lying down in our supine bound angle first. Okay, so onto your backs, knees bent, and then soles of feet together. Bringing the heels as close to the buttocks as is comfortable, allowing the arms and the shoulders to just relax. You want to feel that loosening of the inner thighs here, and also the outwards falling of the knees towards the floor. Roll the shoulders back, give the chest a little lift, and bring your focus to your breath. So big inhalation into the chest, feeling the chest swell up. Hold for a second, and then slowly exhale out through slightly parted lips, feeling the spine just lower towards the floor through that exhalation. Feeling the knees open up wide as well. Okay, we're just going to stay here for a few more breaths, focusing on really deepening that breath and just really taking note of all the micro movements going on in the body. So the gaps between the ribs widening and opening up as we breathe in. And then the gaps narrowing between the ribs as we breathe out, and the spine sinking towards the floor. Okay, 4 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. For 3. Deeply as you can. Relaxing the face. Letting the breath bring you back to the present moment. For 2. Continue to release tension throughout the legs and the back. Okay, 1 more breath now. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, from here, gently open the eyes and then slowly bring the knees back together. Hug your knees towards your chest and then start to circle the knees. So we're just massaging out the lower back here. Little circle, slow, and timing each circle to each breath. So for 3, one way. For 2, rocking from one side of the lower back to the other. And last breath. And then coming back to center. Let's go anti-clockwise with those circles now for 3. Squeezing those knees in towards the chest just that little bit more. And 1 more breath. Okay, from here, stop in the center. Keep hugging your knees. Now bring the chin to chest. Bring those knees towards your face. Lift the tailbone off the floor here. You want to make yourself as tight as possible. So we're just warming ourselves up, getting the core activated here. Making ourselves into this tight little ball. 3 deep breaths for 3. A little bit tighter if you can. A little bit higher with the shoulder blades. For 2. That's it, hug yourself even tighter. And 1 last breath. And then slowly release the knees. From here, pop your feet onto the floor. Keep the knees bent. Plant the feet underneath the knees at hip width apart, and then pop your palms onto the floor besides the hips. Okay, so from here we're going to take 1 dynamic bridge. As I inhale, I'm going to squeeze my glutes and my core and lift the arms up into the air. They float upwards at the same time with the hips. We hold the hips at the top, squeeze for a second, and then exhale. Bring arms, hips, and spine slowly down. Okay, keep hold of that pelvic floor and let the hips be the last thing to touch the floor. Okay, so now we're going to do some balls into our dynamic bridges. So it's a connection of the 2 movements we've just done. So as I inhale, I'm going to curl up into my little ball. Squeeze my knees in towards my face, lift tailbone off floor. As I exhale, I want to come out of my little ball, plant my hands onto the floor along with the feet. As I inhale, I'm going to squeeze glutes, lift them up and come into that dynamic bridge, floating up with the arms as well. Tapping off the floor gently with the backs of my hands, holding for a second, and then I exhale and slowly lower from my bridge once more. Alright, so we are going to do another 4 of those, all in your own time, focusing on the breath. So I'll talk through the breath with you 1 more time, and then I'll leave you to do it in your own time. So as I inhale, wrap yourself into your little ball, nice and slowly, tailbone off floor. As I exhale, hands and feet on floor. Inhale, lift hips and arms off the floor. And then exhale, release everything back down to the floor again. Okay, so just do another 3 of those, all in your own time now. Slowly as possible. That's it. All with control. So in Pilates, the slower we do a movement, the more challenging it is. Okay, it's easy to do things quickly and rush them. But the slower we go, the stronger we grow. Okay, 2 more now. Into your ball. Inhale. And exhale, keeping the feet firmly grounded on the floor. We have one more of these movements to go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, really lifting the chest, opening up the insides of the arms there. And then exhale, slowly rolling down. Okay, now let your hips just nestle into the floor there, shake them from side to side. We're going to come into a marching bridge next, okay, really recruiting the glutes here. So as I inhale, I'm going to lift up into my bridge, hips into the air. And then from here, I'm going to start to march with my feet. Okay, so one foot steps out, and then we cycle it back in. Keeping those hips as stable as possible. So not too much rocking as we step from side to side. That's it. Really squeeze the glutes and send the hips upwards. That's it. Very nice. We have 4 more to go on each side. For 4. Deep breaths now. 1 breath per movement. For 3. Keep those hips up high. Keep that chest lifted. For 2. Okay, 1 more to go. Have a little rest if you need to. Only working to a point that is just challenging enough for you guys, never pushing beyond that point. Now exhale, slowly release the whole spine back to the floor and give your hips a little bit of a shake out. Okay, bring knees to chest, have a little rock and roll around. Next we're going to come into some double leg extensions. So we've got a few levels here. Level 1, hand and neck on floor, legs are bent in the air, and then we slowly lower and cycle them back in. Lower back is taped to the floor, and the lower abs are engaged here. Level 2, chin to chest, hands off floor, legs can be straight or bent, and we slowly lower and cycle back in. Level 3, arms extended, arms beside the ears, legs are straight, shoulder blades off the floor. We slowly lower, inhale, lower, and then exhale all the way back up, keeping legs straight if possible. Now 8 of these, keeping that engagement of legs if you've taken that straight option. Inhale, exhale, keeping arms beside ears if you're doing level 3. Inhale, exhale, that's it. For 6, for 5, for 4, keep that lower back taped to the floor, guys. If it's lifting off the floor, then just bend your knees. It's more important that your back is flat on the floor. 3 more to go. Keep it slow, guys. For 3, don't rush it on the way back up, yeah? For 2, deep breaths. All right, 1 more to go. And slowly rise and release. From here, hug knees, have a little rock and roll. Okay, from here, plant your feet back onto the floor, and then we're going to go for a bridge with thoracic twist. So both hands beside the hips to begin with, and then as I inhale, I'm going to lift up one hand along with the hips, and then I'm going to reach over my opposite shoulder, look over my opposite shoulder and tap the floor gently with my right hand here, with my fingertips. As I exhale, I'm going to slowly untwist and lower down back to the floor. So that is your twist, working into that rotational plane of the spine there. All right, you ready for the other side? Keeping an eye on the breath. Inhale, left arm lifts, rolling onto right shoulder, reaching over with the left arm. Hold, and then exhale, slowly untwist and release. All right, so another 5 on each side. Let's go. Inhale, slowly, little tap there. Exhale, slowly down. Inhale, lifting the chest and hips a little bit more each time. And exhale. 3 more now. Inhale, getting more twist, more lift if we can. Exhale, keeping those feet firmly planted onto the floor every time. Inhale and exhale. 2 more on each side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, last one now. Can we do this? Can we make this the slowest one? Slow as you can. Inhale, reach and twist. Exhale, slowly lower. One more to go now. Inhale. And exhale. All right, nice one. Little shimmy of the hips once more to loosen off again. So next we're going to come into an urban runner. So legs up into the air, lower back to the floor here. Hands are just gently placed on the floor, palms face down. Now I want you to imagine that you're climbing up some really steep steps and you need to push off the heel through the back of your leg, all right? So we're going to take steps as though we're walking up some stairs, okay? So one leg to begin with, keeping the tailbone lifted off the floor and feeling that pressure up the back side of the leg. Other side now, keeping core braced, keeping tailbone lifted into the air. That's it. And exhale. One breath per step. Inhale and exhale. Feeling that energy go up through the back of each leg as you take that step. Keeping the abs engaged all the way through. And exhale. That's it. Okay, we've got 3 more to go on each side. Nice and slowly now. Inhale. Remember, imagine that steep step. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, 2 more. That's it. Flex the feet if it helps for that engagement. And 1 more. And exhale. Woo. All right, now you can release your tailbone back to the floor and maybe just shake out the knees and hips from side to side. Stretch out the lower back a little bit here. We've spent a lot of time taping it to the floor. Okay, whenever you're ready, come back into the center. We're going to take a single leg Pilates stretch. So from here, start with the legs bent. I'm going to stretch into each hamstring individually. Lengthen one leg. From here, take hold of the back of your thigh or calf, whatever feels comfortable, all right? Try to relax your lengthened leg and pin the hips down to the floor. If possible, lengthen out the left leg as well. If you find that it's lifting off the floor, then just stick with the bent leg, okay? That will keep the stretch beneficial for you. All right, take an inhalation here. And then as I exhale, I bring chin to chest and then lift the shoulder blade gently off the floor. With my next breath, on my exhalation, I'm going to try to relax my lengthened leg, my stretched leg, and gently bring the knee towards my face here. So try not to strain the neck too much by bringing the nose towards the knee. You want to bring the knee towards the nose. That will ensure that you're stretching out the back of that top leg there. Right, 3 deep breaths now for 3. Try to enjoy the stretch and try to relax the leg that you're not stretching. Okay, sometimes it's quite easy to tense up what we don't need to tense up. Okay, 1 more breath now, resting the neck if you need. Keep relaxing. And then release. All right, cycle out the legs and let's move to the other side. Both legs bent to begin with. Lengthen the left leg this time, hands behind thigh or the calf. And then lengthening out the right leg if possible. From here, chin to chest. Inhale, exhale, relax that stretched leg. Feel the muscle fibers lengthen. For 3 deep breaths. Keep relaxing. For 2. Keep breathing, guys. And 1 more breath. and then slowly release. Neck to floor, have a little cycle out, another little rock and roll, and then whenever you're ready, you can roll up into your seated position first, and then come into your tabletop pose. So hands onto the floor, underneath the shoulders, and the knees underneath the hips. Okay, so strong tabletop here. You want to always keep the core slightly braced and the back lovely and flat. So try to avoid arching of the back here. Gently push the floor away here. Okay, so this is your stable tabletop. From here, we're going to tuck the toes underneath and come into a panther hold. So we're going to bring the knees off the floor, keep the hips down. If you find that this is just a little bit too much for your shoulders, then come back down onto the knees. All right? We're going to hold here for 5 deep breaths, keeping the quads low, keeping the knees low, keeping the shoulder blades open, really pushing that floor away. Okay? And squeezing the core to keep those hips down. 4 more deep breaths for 4. Keep the neck straight. Try not to allow the head to just flop like this. For 3, keep your gaze in between the hands and keep the breath calm. For 2, doing really well, guys. You should start to feel the quads and the core and shoulders fire up here. 1 more breath. And exhale. From here, try to keep your knees in the air. And then from here, we're going to start to walk backwards in our panther crawl, up and down the mat. So opposite foot and opposite hand move as you go for that crawl, keeping the hips down. Okay, so try not to let the hips pike up. Keeping that movement as smooth as possible. That's it. Keeping those knees low once again. 3 more breaths here for 3. Yep, looking good, guys. For 2. And for 1, I'd like to see you explain this if someone walks in on you doing this in your front room there. And then come back into your panther hold and drop the knees onto the floor. Ooh, give the hips and the shoulders a little shake out. And then let's come into a little stretch, a thread the needle stretch, just to give the shoulders a bit of relief. So from here, thread the right arm underneath the left, allow the shoulder to come onto the floor, extend the left arm. Okay, you can either relax your head on the floor, or you can turn your head so that the chin points downwards to really intensify the stretch, deepen into that bottom shoulder. Okay, you should feel that lengthening of the outside of the shoulder there. Should feel quite nice. 2 more deep breaths. Try to relax your stretched arm. And 1 last breath. Okay, gently unthread and then lengthen both arms once more, and let's swap sides. So left arm comes underneath the right, left shoulder to floor. You can rest head on floor or turn chin to point downwards for extra stretch. 3 deep breaths now. Try to enjoy it for 3. For 2. And 1 more breath. Okay, from here, unthread from your stretch. Bring your hands in towards you again, coming back into that tabletop position. So we've got another panther exercise, guys. Woo! Okay, so tuck your toes underneath and then bring your knees off the floor. Once again, you can always pop your knees back onto the floor if you need. Now we're going to do a Panther Crunch, yeah? Really, really firing up that core now. So as I inhale, I'm going to lift up 1 foot off the floor. As I exhale, I'm going to crunch my knee to that elbow, getting it as high towards the chest as possible, using the abs to get that knee high. I'm going to do 10 on one side. So inhale here, exhale crunch for 10, 9, 8, keep that other knee low, 7, 6, keep grounding the hands into the floor, 5, keep the hips stable, 4, try not to open up to one side, 3, you can do this, guys, 2, oh, and for 1, come back to center. You ready for the other side? Straight away. Do not think about it too much. Inhale here, exhale crunch for 10, 9, 8, can you get that knee a little bit closer to the elbow? 7, 6, that's it. 5, 4, keep that core strong. 3, 2, keep breathing. And last one now. And release, knees to floor. All right, as you can probably tell, that one is quite shoulder heavy. So let's give ourselves a little bit of relief. Reach forwards with the arms, coming into puppy pose. Creep the fingers forwards. Allow chest to melt on floor. And relax. So keep exhaling and sinking deeper into this chest opening pose. For 3. For 2. Really feel the upper back muscles lengthening and stretching here as well. One more breath. Okay, from here, lift the chin up from the floor and then shift your weight forwards. We're going to take a forearm plank now. So with your hands, you can keep them relaxed or you can clasp them. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Okay, so I prefer to keep my hands relaxed and then lift the knees off the floor. From here, you can always pop your knees onto the floor once again. So we're going to do a marching plank, all right? So one leg lifts after the other. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Notice how my hips stay as still as possible. All right, try not to hike up or allow the hips to sink. All right, 10 on each side. Here we go. Inhale, 10. 9. Keep those hips pinned, guys. If you've got a mirror, take a little look. Are they riding above your shoulders? Okay, 6 more to go. For 6, keeping the breath regular. For 5. Grounding the elbows into the floor. Yep. For 3, keep pinning the hips down. For 2, you can do it, guys. Doing really well. 1 more now. And we're done. Okay, from here, slowest lower as possible towards the floor. Tummy and thighs onto the floor now. Give your hips a little bit of a shimmy. And then from here, we're going to work into the shoulders and the lats. So extend your arms in front here. We're going to do some W's and Y's with the arms. So yeah, this works into deltoids and lats, as well as the lower back as well. So from here, we're going to squeeze, pin the hips to the floor, lift the chest into the air using the lower back muscles. Palms facing one another, arms extended. So this is your Y, and then from here, we're going to turn the palms downwards and then squeeze our elbows towards our ribs, making our W shape, keeping that chest lifted, hips pinned to floor. So as I inhale, I come back into that Y, palms facing one another again. As I exhale, I bring elbows to ribs. So we're going to do another 8 of these. Here we go. For 8. Keeping everything engaged, guys. For 7. Really, really trying to activate those lats. For 6. Keep an eye on your breath. For 5. Rolling shoulders away from the ears. For 4. Doing really well, guys. Keep that chest lifted. For 3. For 2. Okay, one more. Slowest one. Hang on in there. And for 1. Woo! Nice one. All right, release chest to floor. Pop your hands underneath the shoulders. And then gently push up and come to a standing position at the back of the mat. So from here, we're going to do an inchworm. We've got a few options, okay? Keeping focus on the breath once again. All right, so from standing position, feet underneath the hips at the back of the mat. As I inhale, I'm going to slowly roll down into my forward fold, chin to chest. And then from here, as I exhale, I'm going to walk my hands into my plank, keep making sure that my hands are flat for that stability. Fingertips pointing forwards, all with control. Okay. As I come into my plank, I'm going to take one inhalation. And then as I exhale, I'm going to walk back into my forward fold once again. And then slowly roll up. So that is 1 inchworm. If you want, you can add a press in the middle. All right, so we're going to do 5 of these, taking a press if you want. So let's go. Inhale, slowly roll down, all with control. Walking silently into that plank, making sure you engage the shoulders. If you want, take a little press here. So keeping elbows to rib. Inhale, bringing chest to floor. Exhale, pushing back up, keeping core solid. And then inhaling, walking hands all the way back. And exhaling, slowly rolling up. Okay, 4 more of these in your own time. You don't have to watch me if you don't want to. Keeping an eye on the breath. Making the transition from each movement smooth. Okay, so the transition, walking into the plank, is just as important as the plank itself. Okay, try to stop your hips from rocking from side to side as you walk those hands back. That's it. We've got 3 more to go now. For 3. Walking hands back. Stabilizing hips. Okay, 2 more to go. Can you keep it slow? Can you keep your focus on that breath? And in that push-up, can you keep your elbows close to the ribs? Can you keep your shoulder blades open as you go for that push-up? Slowly rise up. Okay, last one. Really, really thinking about that form. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, walking hands, keeping hips from rolling from side to side. Coming into our plank, keeping the core nice and tight. Inhale, slowly lower. Maybe even pause for a second at the bottom. Exhale, push up. Inhale, walking back. Keeping hips stable again. Exhale, slowly roll up. All right, give your shoulders a little roll out, guys. And then from here, roll down once again. And we're just going to travel to the front of the mat. So you can just take a step there, or you can take a plank with me, walk into your plank, and then walk your feet towards your hands. Once again, focusing on keeping the hips nice and stable into your forward fold at the front of the mat. From here, bring chin to chest and slowly roll up into a standing position once again. Okay, so a few standing and lunging movements for you here now. So the first one is a lunge and kick. So bring hands onto hips. It's a slow, controlled movement once again. And then from here, step back with the left leg. Keep the feet at hip width apart. From here, we're going to take a lunge. So inhale here. Slowly lower that back knee to the floor. Get it nice and low. And then as I exhale, I'm going to bring my knee forwards and then kick outwards. If you don't want to go for that kick, that's cool. And then from here, I step back nice and lightly into that lunge again. All right. So we're going to do 8 of these. Inhale, lower, keeping that front knee just above the ankle. Exhale, kick. Inhale, lower for 7. Keeping the hips in line. Keeping it slow. For 6. For 5, see if we can make that landing with that back foot as quiet as possible. All right, 3 more to go. When you kick out, try to avoid leaning back, okay? Make sure you use your abs to kick out. I've lost count, so we're just going to do 3 more. For 3. Sorry about that. For 2. Sorry if I've made you do an extra 1 there. And 1 more. And release. Okay, come back to the front. Step out the legs a little bit. And then let's go for the other side now. 8 once more. All right, so grounding into the left leg. Inhale, step back and lower. Exhale, launch forwards and kick for 8. Keeping the feet at hip width apart. For 7. 6, make sure you get that back knee nice and low. For 5. For 4. For 3. Okay, 2 more now, slowly and as controlled as possible. For 2. 1 more to go. Focus on the spot, guys. It will help you balance. And for 1. Step back and just pedal out the feet a little bit. Okay, from here, next we're going to come into a lunge and twist crunch. So hands to temples, elbows nice and wide, feet underneath the hips. So let's start with the left leg. Okay, so we lunge back. We lunge down, and then from here, we're going to bring the opposite knee to the opposite elbow, twisting over to the side of the front leg. And then from here, we untwist and lunge back down. All right, so all on one side, 8 of these once again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Good. For 7. So notice how I keep my chest up. And I keep my elbows wide. Okay, so I don't want to be bringing the elbows together like this. Okay, so that's cheating a little bit. For 5, doesn't matter if you can't quite get that knee very high, just as long as you're engaging the abs. For 4, focus on breath again. Exhale as we lower. 3, keeping core tight. Working the obliques for that twist. 2 more now, for 2. All right, 1 more, let's go. And for 1. Yeah, good job keeping the elbows wide there, guys. Okay, step it out a little bit, and let's go for the other side now. Grounding into left foot this time. Lunge back, and twist. Exhale back, good, for 8. For 7. Can you give me a little bit more twist? For 6. For 5. Elbows wide again. 4. Get that back knee low. 3. For 2. 1 more to go. And for 1. All right, step back to the front. Give your feet and your hips a little bit of a shakeout. Okay, from here, stand nice and tall. Roll back the shoulders, deep breaths. Inhale, and then as we exhale, bring chin to chest and slowly roll down into your forward fold once again. And then from here, widen out the feet. We're going to sink the glutes down in between the hips. All right, so slowly roll down, bringing glutes in between hips. And then from here, as quietly as possible, with as small a plop as possible, we're going to bring the glutes onto the floor, all the way down. Yeah, nice one. And then from here, shuffle your bum backwards. We're going to go for a slow reverse climber. So roll the shoulders back and then bring your hands onto the floor just behind the hips here. Now we've got a choice. Okay, squeezing the glutes, we're going to lift up the hips into the air, and then we can stay with the legs bent into our reverse tabletop. Keep lifting the chest here, squeeze the glutes, and then we can start to squeeze one knee towards the chest after the other, keeping those hips in the air. Okay, so want to keep those hips locked. That's level 1. Level 2, same thing, into full reverse plank, so everything is straight. And we bring one knee up into the air after the other. All right, so take your pick, and we're going to do 5 on each side. So for 5, exhale as we lower. For 4, keep that chest up. For 3, 2 more. Can you get that knee a little bit higher for me? 2. Okay, 1 more to go now. You can do this, guys. You're really well. Have a little rest if you need, and then slowly lower the glutes to the floor. Oh, so now you can give your back a little bit of relief because we're going to take a double leg forward fold. So relax your legs. Inhale, lift up the arms, extend the spine. So reach as tall as possible with those arms, arms besides ears. And then from here, looking ahead, leading with the chest, hinge at the hips. Reach forward slowly as you can. Once you feel like you can't hinge anymore, then you can either pop your hands onto the floor, onto your shins, or wrap the hands around the arms here, okay? Whatever feels like a challenging enough stretch for you. You can shift your hips back a little bit if you need, and then allow the chin to come to chest and forehead to fall towards the shins. 3 deep breaths for 3. For 2, keep relaxing, guys. Allow the whole body to lengthen. And 1 more breath. All right, slowly release from your fold, roll up gently. And then from here, we're going to take a single leg forward fold with a counter twist. All right, so quite a mouthful there. Okay, so from here, inhale, arms reach up. And then as I exhale, I'm going to bring my opposite hand to my opposite foot. So left hand onto my right foot or onto the shin, whatever's possible. And then from here, my right arm reaches behind me. And I want to get my arms in line with one another, okay? Roll this top shoulder back. Enjoy that twist. 3 deep breaths. For 3, keep twisting and opening up to the side. Try to relax your bent leg there. For 2. Ooh, feeling that lovely loosening of the lower back. And 1 more breath. Also opens up your chest there as well, yeah? And then slowly untwist and come back into the center. Okay, let's swap sides now. So left leg lengthens, both glutes on floor. Inhale, reach up with the arms, and then exhale, bring opposite hand to opposite foot, keeping both glutes on the floor, and then reach backwards with the other arm. Roll the shoulder back, keep opening the chest, and lifting the torso using the core. Enjoying that twist and stretch. For 3, deep breaths. For 2. And then 1 more breath. Try to keep the shoulder away from the ear. And then slowly release. All right, cycle out your legs a little bit, give them a little bit of a shake out. Now we're going to do some seal rocks. Okay, so we've got 2 choices. Come onto your tailbone, and then from here, you've got a choice. You can just pop your elbows onto the insides of the knees and take hold of the outsides of your feet here. Or, if possible, wrap your forearms underneath your calves and then take hold of the outsides of the feet. All right? Once you feel secure here, squeeze the core and lift the chest into the air, and then we're going to rock backwards, all right, onto our back. So as I inhale, I'm going to rock back. As I exhale, give yourself enough momentum to come all the way back up for 3. Woo! For 2. Well done, guys. You might need an extra thick mat for this. And, 1 more. And we are done. All right, from here, release your feet and then slowly roll back. That's it. Shake out the legs a little bit. And then we're going to finish off with a single leg spinal twist just to stretch that back out. So bring your right knee towards your chest. And then pop your left hand onto your right knee. The right arm comes out to the side. We look over to the right hand. Take 1 inhalation here. And then as we exhale, we allow the right knee to fall over to the left. Now try to relax and make sure that your left leg, your lengthened leg, is in line with the mat. So we don't want it to sort of move to the side. We want to keep it in line with the mat. That will keep the twist effective. And just relax. Keep both shoulders on the floor, feeling the chest open. For 2 more breaths now. 1 breath. Inhale, come back into center, and let's move over to the other side now. So left hand out to the side, right hand onto left leg, looking over to left hand. Inhale here. Exhale, allow left knee to fall over to the right, keeping shoulders on floor, enjoying that opening of the left pec there for 3. Sinking a little bit deeper into the twists with each breath. For 2. And last breath. All right, come back into the center now. We'll find a little rock and a roll. And then relax. Time for relaxation, guys. Roll the shoulders back. Make all the adjustments that you need. Allow the feet to just fall outwards and the palms to open to the sky. Bringing your focus back to the breath. Letting yourself feel good about all the hard work you've just done. Allowing all facial muscles to relax. Letting go of all tension in the lower back and shoulders here. You can relax here for as long as you want, guys, at home. You do not have to wake up with me. Just take 1 more deep breath. And then whenever you're ready, slowly roll to one side. And then in your own time, push or roll up to a seated position. All right. Namaste. Thank you very much, guys.